Welcome. Welcome to Colli Talks Transformative Conversations. And as I always say, we're going to go deep. There's no other place to go if you really want to get to the truth, right? So, welcome. Lately I've been watching the world turn trauma into a buzzword, a catchy title for a new course or marketing hook. But for those of us who live it, trauma isn't a curriculum. It isn't something you teach after a weekend seminar. It is a systemic hijacking of the soul. That's right, a systemic hijacking of the soul. We are seeing a wave of people training others in trauma when they haven't even been through the fire themselves. You cannot facilitate a retrieval of someone's life if you are still just reading from a manual. Trauma isn't a catch all phrase. It is a clinical, physical reality that lives in the vagus nerve, the gut, and the bones. I'm currently in the middle of a massive move. And, not just a physical one, though I'm packing boxes and, knickknacks and things that I need to take where I'm going, but also it's been wonderful to relieve myself of so many years of things and just letting it all be gone. I'm moving out of what you could consider to be the basement of my own history. And my body is keeping the score with a bit of inflammation and a little bit of nausea because it's finally unthawing 19 years. And yes, there's been more than 19 years, but the past 19 years have been such where it needed to be unpacked and then repacked. So to the mentors and, the popular programs, recognition is nice, but it isn't the goal. Healing doesn't require a referral from the top of the pyramid. True recovery happens when you stop waiting for someone to validate you and start validating yourself in a way that lives inside your own resilience. You see, we need to stop pretending that self-sabotage is just a mindset issue. When you are dealing with systemic trauma, sabotage isn't even a choice. It's a biological survival mandate. That's right, a biological survival mandate. I'll say it once more. It's a biological survival mandate. Now, you could take 100 courses on freedom from self-sabotage or sabotage this or sabotage that or whatever. But if your facilitator hasn't sat in the marrow of the vagus nerve, they are just rearranging the furniture in a house that's already on fire. True healing isn't about fixing a behavior. It's about retrieval. It's about going back into the basement of every year before and bringing your sovereignty home. You know, I don't need a referral from a popular program to know that my scars are my credentials. And you know what? Neither do you. And let's be very clear about this. In my clinical work, I have seen that sabotage is almost always rooted in hidden loyalties. Yep, hidden loyalties. You don't see them. And it's more than just a blind spot. They're so hidden. You aren't failing. You are staying systemically loyal to a family pattern of possible lack or even silence. And those secrets, oh boy, do they ever catch up. And you're staying in your basement because unconsciously you feel it unsafe to outgrow the pain. And yeah, the pain that your ancestors went through. And, you're carrying a possible debt, emotional or financial, that isn't even yours to pay. And this is why, if you are seeking help, I'm giving you a sovereign command. Vet your practitioner. Vet your therapist. Vet your psychologist. Ask them if they are truly trauma informed. Have they walked through their own fire? Or are they just reciting a curriculum they bought, perhaps even online? Ask them if they understand that systemic trauma means you might be carrying a burden from a field much larger than yourself. If they don't understand that you are often a placeholder for a family secret or generational trauma, they cannot help you retrieve your soul. That's right. They cannot help you retrieve your soul. I want you to wake up to the severity of this. Yes, absolutely. But I also want to give you the ultimate hope. You see, trauma heals when we rekindle desire. And I'm not talking just the desire to survive, but the desire to own, the desire to own your truth, yourself, your passion, the desire to own you. You see, this week I chose to invest in my own ground. I've stopped spending my energy on other people's dreams and debts. And when I say stopped spending my energy on other people's dreams, it doesn't mean I do not help people with their dreams. But I can't expend my energy into your dream if you're not working on it. I claimed a piece of the world for myself. And when you rekindle your desire to be a sovereign being, the trauma actually loses its grips on your future. So if you've been feeling nauseous, or if you've been feeling that you need to lay down because the weight of the unthought is too much, know that you are doing the real work. You don't need a gold star from a popular program. You are the real gem. That's right. You are the real gem. I'm Colli. I'm Dr. Colli Christanti, and I'm packing, I'm healing, and I'm finally choosing me. And so for now, love and soul hugs. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful beginning of spring. And springing into summer happens very quickly. So lots of love and lots of hugs. Until next time.